Professor Wergeles here. Make sure you save your file before we proceed. I don't want you to lose any work. We're going to come back to the slides and we're going to go over some more concepts and we'll come back to the code. So we just went over location.html. Let's continue and talk about the document ready event. Now, the document ready event looks as follows. If you look right here at this example, you'll see I have the $sign that's going to access jQuery, and I'm going to reference the document. We know the keyword for document in JavaScript is the DOM. So I'm referencing the DOM, and I'm calling the ready function, which is going to call this function after it is triggered. This is to prevent any jQuery code from running before the document is finished loading or is ready. Remember, the document is the DOM. It is good practice to wait for the DOM or document to be fully loaded and ready before working with it. This also allows you to have your JavaScript code before the body of your document in the head section. Now remember, in the JavaScript lecture, we had some code, we put it up in the head, we tried to execute the code, we tried to change content on the page. It did not work because HTML is loaded sequentially. Once it ran the script, the body had not executed, so it tried to change a paragraph tag, but the paragraph tag did not exist yet. And this document ready event is going to prevent that from happening. So most of the time, I see jQuery code in this ready function. I have a script tag at the top, I have the ready function, and then I write all my jQuery code in that function. Here are some examples of actions that can fail if methods are ran before the document is fully loaded. Like trying to hide an element that's not created yet, trying to get the size of an image that is not loaded yet, changing the style or the inner HTML of an element that is not created or loaded yet. Here's a tip. The jQuery team has also created an even shorter method for the document ready event. And you'll see that right here in this example. If you look right here, you'll see the $sign, and then I have an anonymous function, and then I have my block of code. Essentially, if I go back, it is this anonymous function right here. So if I put a $sign, I can get rid of document.ready because it's so commonly used. All your jQuery code is going to go in there. And if you're not sure, I recommend you put it in the ready function so you don't get an error. So you can use the syntax you prefer. I'll see people put document.ready just so they know what's going on. But for an exam, you'll want to know this is also the document ready function. I can promise you this is a test question. On the quiz or on the exam, it's going to say, what is a document ready event? You'll want to know you can use the first one, which is right here. And you'll want to know you can use the second one, which is right here. And the second one is a shorthand. There's also some others. If you go to jQuery.com, they're going to list all the ways that you can do the document ready. And you're going to want to know those. So when I ask you that on an exam or on a quiz, you're going to identify that question right away and know there's more than one way to call the document ready function. We're going to go to the code. We're going to open up loading.html, and we're going to implement this document ready event so you can see that in a real world example. Stick with Professor Wergeles, and we'll see you in the next video.